All right, space cadets, asteroid addicts, and everyone who still saves empty yogurt containers because you never know. Welcome to the sacred prophecy of profit, the future of space mining, where the cosmos finally pays rent and we turn celestial trash into billionaire-grade treasure. If you thought your attic was full of questionable investments, wait until you hear about rocks the size of cities full of platinum, water, and the smug satisfaction of owning literal space bling. Today, we're diving into how we go from wow, pretty rock to cha-ching, why corporations are already drafting asteroid sidechain loyalty programs, and how you, yes you, with the vintage lava lamp, can dream of owning a gravelly corner of the asteroid belt. Spoiler. It's loud, it's ridiculous, and it's probably going to be the best real estate scheme the solar system's seen since someone decided Pluto was a little too clingy. Ridiculous premise. Imagine going to a cosmic landfill and finding a pile of nickel the size of Rhode Island, or harvesting water from a frozen comet like it's the galaxy's most exclusive bottled spring. Picture a future where space tugboats collect orbital junk and resell it to orbiting coffee shops that need aluminum for artisanal cups. That's the pit. That's the dream. That's the dystopian yard sale you didn't know you wanted. Let's unpack it. What is space mining? Space mining is basically professional scavenging on a heroic scale. Instead of dumpster diving, we're asteroid diving. Instead of finding half-used coupons and existential dread, we find metals, volatiles, and resources that could fuel rockets, build habitats, and make very ostentatious watches. The targets? Asteroids, comets, and lunar regolith. Fancy words for space dirt that's worth more than your retirement savings. There are three tasty categories. Metallic asteroids, basically heaven for jewelry stores. Gold, platinum, rare earths. It's like the universe's bling vault. Carbonaceous asteroids, water-rich and perfect for making rocket fuel in space because lugging H2O all the way from Earth is a mood killer and expensive cardio. Silicate asteroids and lunar regolith, building materials for space condos and probable future interplanetary IKEA stores. How we do it? High-tech, slightly stupid-sounding methods. So how do we extract treasure from vacuum rocks without dying horrifically? Short version, robots, lasers, and dramatic engineering. Long version, in obnoxious layman's terms, prospecting. Space telescopes and prospector satellites find the good stuff. Think Tinder for asteroids, but it actually matches you with things you won't regret. Rendezvous and anchoring. You don't just hop on an asteroid like a caffeinated tourist. These rocks spin, they're crumbly, and they have the emotional range of a paper shredder. So you anchor with harpoons, nets, or awkwardly optimistic adhesives. Extraction. Robots chew, heat, or gently persuade the asteroid to give up its goods. Melt water into steam, squeeze metals out like toothpaste, or just scoop the regolith with a giant cosmic spoon. Processing. Convert raw materials into usable stuff. Fuel, metal ingots, building blocks. Do it in orbit to avoid the hauling cost and the very awkward customs forms. Economics. The show me the money part. But is it profitable, as you ask? Clutching your dubious savings account. The math is bonkers but plausible. Launch costs are dropping thanks to reusable rockets. Water in space is worth its weight in rocket fuel, literally. If you can produce propellant in orbit, suddenly every mission becomes cheaper, faster, and less entitled. Asteroid metals could flood the market and crash prices. Hello platinum collapse, goodbye private jet bling. But smart players will refine and use materials in space, keeping scarcity where it matters. There's also the wild card, in-space manufacturing. Need a replacement shuttle part? Print it in orbit from asteroid metal and avoid the postal service apocalypse. Legal and political chaos. Someone needs a lawyer. Now for the paperwork. Space law is basically the international equivalent of a group chat where nobody reads the messages. The Outer Space Treaty says no one can claim sovereignty over celestial bodies. Translation: you can't slap a flag on an asteroid and build a tiki bar, but it's annoyingly vague on resource extraction. Countries and corporations are already drafting laws and pre-sales like they're auctioning moon plots. Cue diplomatic drama. Expect lawsuits, backroom treaties, and at least one nation to file an exclusive mining rights claim that no one respects except the lawyer who gets paid. Also expect lobbyists who historically specialize in turning ambiguous regulations into profit machine. Robotics and AI. The workers who never unionize, probably. Space mining will be powered by robots with zero time for coffee breaks or union demands. These machines will prospect, drill, process, and probably judge your music taste. AI will optimize extraction, minimize waste, and argue with other AIS over who gets dibs on a particularly snarky comet. We'll see autonomous swarms, self-replicating mining rigs, and rovers that have more personality than some CEOs. videos. The benefits? Safety and scale. The drawback? When the robots start assigning performance reviews, it's going to read like a Black Mirror episode, written by someone caffeinated. Environmental and ethical angle? Yes, there's a conscience here. Before you celebrate unchecked space capitalism, let's be slightly responsible. Space mining raises ethical and environmental questions. Is it okay to strip a pristine celestial body for resources? What about contaminating space or destroying scientifically valuable sites? Do we allow a new frontier to become the same trashy franchise of exploitation we've perfected on Earth? We need governance that protects science. Indigenous cultural claims. Yes, some groups consider celestial bodies culturally significant, and the broader space environment. There's potential for both reckless pillaging and smart, sustainable practices. Choose your cosmic future. Obnoxious fantasy break, the interplanetary yard sale. Imagine a future garage sale on Ceres. Everything must go. Slightly used platinum nuggets, vintage comet dust, rare model moon pebbles, cash, barter, or trade crypto people will vlog asteroid hauls. Influencers will unbox space ore live and cry into their artisanal microgravity coffee. Wow, this one's a true rare earth. My earrings are humming. Subscribe for more planetary loot. This is ridiculous and therefore inevitable. Who gets rich and who gets played? Big players, private companies, nations with launch capability, and anyone who controls in-space infrastructure. Small players, nimble startups, mining consortium drama, and enterprising orbital salvagers. People who get played, anyone without contracts, legal counsel, or the ability to deploy a satellite. There will also be speculative markets, crypto tokens for asteroid shares, and at least one Ponzi scheme named Luna Loot. Quick tech spotlight, wild ideas that actually might work. ISRU, in situ resource utilization, using local resources to create propellant, air, and building materials. Translation, stop shipping water like it's artisanal wine. Space tugs and orbital depots, gas stations in space, pull over, refuel, do a quick oil change. 3D printing with asteroid metal, from ore to spacecraft part without a courier who hates your life choices. Magnetic nets and electrostatic scoops. Fancy fishing for small rocks, because obviously we needed more fishing metaphors. Conspiracy interlude, for entertainment only. Yes, some folks will whisper about secret mining colonies, a shadow economy of space pirates, and rogue corporations building asteroid fortresses with laser signs that say, "No Earthlings allowed." It's fun. It's probably not accurate. It will inspire a cult that sells themed hats and a non-fiction podcast. Societal impact, short-term chaos, long-term weirdness. Short-term, headline drama, stock volatility, and intense lobbying. Long-term, cheaper access to resources, a sustainable off-world economy, and possibly the birth of a genuinely interplanetary workforce. Also more memes. Lots and lots of memes. There's potential for positive change. Reduced mining on Earth, new industries and technologies that spin off into life-improving products. There's also the risk of new inequalities. Asteroid haves versus Earth have-nots. It's a choose-your-adventure with taxes. If you care about the future of space mining, do three things. 1. Demand transparent international rules that protect science and public interest. 2. Support open research and collaborations that prioritize safety and sustainability. 3. Subscribe, like, and share this video to ensure my future space yacht gets a name around the community vote. I'm leaning toward Dumpster Diva. So what's the bottom line? The future of space mining is chaotic, brilliant, and slightly gaudy. It's the biggest garage sale imaginable, mixed with high-tech engineering, legal confetti, and the potential to actually help humanity get off this blue marble with fewer environmental receipts. We'll need rules, robots with manners, and probably one very strict international referee named someone who understands orbital mechanics. And if you wanted to buy a small plot of belt rock, that'll be $19.99 plus shipping to orbit. Until next time, keep your trash, treasure your trash, and remember, one person's orbital debris is another person's startup pit. Peace, profit, and improbable engineering to you all.